Yo, what up, Daniel? What up, what up? What's going on, brother? All right, let's see, man. Let's see what the indicator can do today, man. It's got an 80% win rate today so far, 27-7. Let's see, man. There's been some good inversions today, honestly, to the upside overnight. Had some good price action. What's up, Calvin? What's going on, dude? It just called a banger long up toward these Asian highs. Been some good inversions overnight, honestly. It's been some good setups. But let's see if the indicator can continue on here. Keep on calling it. Dude, today is the championship game. Make sure you're watching ESPN, 3 o'clock. My city is playing to see if they can make it to the Little League World Series. Alabama versus Tennessee. My nephew's playing on the team. It's going to be sweet. Are you trading on FOMO? Oh yeah, dude. I'm so FOMO'd out right now. You couldn't even imagine. All right. So this is what I'm seeing in the market right now, man. Looks like we've got kind of an inversion to the downside right here. We had this big spike up, and now we're getting this move back to the downside. And it looks like we could possibly run down to these lows down here. The indicator just called out a long, but I'm actually thinking we run it down to here at some point. But the indicator's in a long here. I wouldn't take this one because you see how the TP1 is so close. This is kind of how I judge on if I'm going to take the indicator trades or not. So basically, once these inversions come out, let me fix this little pin first. So this is how I can kind of judge whether I'm going to take these inversions the indicator calls out. Basically, this is the first target here. You see this swing high? So like this would be your break even spot pretty much. So if you got in this long here, you would have to go to break even this close. So like it's up to you if you'd want to take this trade or not. But like basically when it hits this high, you should be at break even anyway, because that's the first target for the inversion to the upside. Basically how the indicator works. So if it's a little bit farther away, that's better. So if it was calling out like this high up here, be a better trade setup, because then you have more room to work with, right? But if it hits this first TP, there's a good chance that it's going to come back and hit this break even spot and be a break even trade. Hater says NQ buys. That's what the indicator's calling out. I kind of think this thing can run it down at some point. You've got kind of like this little channel building up down here, and you got this big spike up. Kind of looks like the middle finger setup. You get this big spike up, and now it's just kind of accumulating. Looks like it could run back down here, but we'll see. We'll see if that's going to happen. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Could run it down to this low right here. All right. So you see, basically at this point, if you're taking this indicator trade at that first high, that's where you'd move to break even. So now you'd be at break even and this thing would be running. But like I said, this TP1 is very close, but it smacked through it. So that's what you want to see right there. If you were in this trade to the upside, it's a good smack through that TP1. Now, if this next candle could just make a small wick and keep on running, hey, you're good. So now the indicator's at break even and it's got a runner going on. So the indicator's at break even. It's trying to run this thing up. Trying to run it up. Oh yeah, go Bama. Let's go. We need everybody cheering them on today, man. We need you on socials cheering on the Alabama Little League, man. Alabama Little League, 3 o'clock. Check out ESPN. We'll be on there. We're trying to make it to the Little League World Series, dude. We're playing in the championship game versus Tennessee. Tennessee, can we beat them? Who do you think is going to win today, Alabama or Tennessee in the Little League Baseball Championship? What are you trading? It says right here, this is the MNQ on the 1 minute time frame. MNQ 1 minute time frame. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. There you go. So the indicator marks all this stuff out, man. It's got an 80% win rate today. It marks all this stuff out. It marks the RR tools out, marks the RR tool, marks the stop loss, TPs right here, marks out fair value gaps. This yellow box is inversion fair value gap. The gray one is a fair value gap. So what you're hoping for now is that it uses this bullish fair value gap as a support and continues on up. Looking for it to use this bullish gap as a support. Just tap it and go to the upside. But it's at break even now, so free trade for the indicator here. And a free trade. There you go. You got the tap into that bullish gap. Now you want to see it continue on to the upside. Can it continue on up? Is the indicator free? You get 3 days free with the indicator if you get it. 3-day free trial to test it out. Make sure you join the free Discord. Join the free Discord because the settings are in there. The settings I like to run. People are always talking about, you know, the best settings to run on the indicator also. But here we go. The indicator's in a good trade here, man. The indicator's in a good trade. It graded it an A setup. It's got a runner, dude. What's it up right now? 20 points. Went up 20 points right there. Could have taken some profits. See, look, this is a good spot to take some profits over here at these highs. Because now you're inside of this big bearish gap here. Look at this big bearish gap. Hopefully it just runs it up. It's got the full TP sitting up there. But let's see, man. Let's see. Can it keep on going? Can it keep on going? Yo, what up, Yo Jay? What up, It's Power? What's up? What's up, Trey? Nettie? What's going on? Yeah, it works for all time frames. It works on all time frames. The way I have it set up right now is it only shows up to the 1 minute time frame. So that means when I switch over here to the 5 minute, it's only going to show me inversion gaps and the gaps and the session liquidity levels. But if I turned this up, then it would show the setups too. But it's very, very good, man. Best inversion indicator on the market right now, to be honest. There's not one better. It took a long over here toward the Asian highs. It knows where these session levels are. So it got into this long over here earlier and targeted that Asian high. It got in this long right here and targeted the Asian high earlier for that full TP right there. It was a perfect setup, man. Perfect setup. It got in it, and that was the trade it took earlier. Now it's in a trade right now, flying up. There it goes. Can we get that full TP, man? Look at this. Already in a banger already. Come on, dude. Fly it. 30 points. See, but this is what's great about the indicator, dude. Like even me, I've been trading since 2018. I was thinking, hey, we could possibly drop it down here and come down, but the indicator said nope, this is an A setup to the upside. So no emotions with the indicator. It just checks out the checklists, and it said, hey, this was a good setup. I was thinking we were going to drop it down here to these lows, to be honest with you. But that's what's good about the indicator. It doesn't have any emotions. It just gets in there. Ryzen Phoenix took the indicator trade and out. There you go, dude. That's it. It went up about 30 points. Can it get that full TP up there? What up, Adam? Yeah, it gives the TP lines. So basically how the TP lines work, I have it set up to where it goes to break even at TP1. And this TP1, it's all based on liquidity levels. So you can see it marked this high right here. It's not based on a certain RR or anything. You can set it up that way, but I have it based on these liquidity levels here. So it marks them out. This is going to break even at this first TP, and then it lets it run. It usually has 3 TP levels, but in this case, it only has 2. So indicator $69 a month. You can get 3-day free trial to test it out. It's got an 80% win rate today alone, dude. 27-7. Up 10.7 R on the day. Missed that, thought it would drop. Dude, Phil, I thought it was going to drop too. I'm not even going to lie to you, dude. I was thinking we were going to drop it down to this low down here. It just looked that way, dude. It just looked that way where you had this big spike up. You had this big move back to the downside, and it looked like it was building up to drop it off to these lows. But it did it. It's right. It's going higher. It's for TradingView. It's a TradingView indicator. It comes with a built-in checklist. You can see this one was graded an A here. Had a PD array delivery from a 15-minute. Had good displacement and clear targets. The only thing it was missing was a liquidity sweep and that sauce. It was missing that sauce, but it did have a 15-minute PD array delivery, good displacement, and clear targets. All right, we got another bullish gap sitting right here. Is it going to use this gap and bounce from there, use it as support and bounce to the upside? A lot of green candles in a row, but you can see it marks out these bullish gaps. So in this case, if there's multiple gaps in a row, it'll combine them all. So you see there's about 3 gaps in a row right here. You got 1, you got 2, and then you got a little tiny one right there. So it marks them all out into one bullish gap. Come on, dude. Can we get the full TP here? Can we get the full TP? Come on. Give me that. It looks like about 3R right here. Maybe more. Does it give a signal to enter after close or during? So as soon as the setup occurs, it'll tell you to get in the trade. Watch, we'll see if this one, whenever this one ends, we'll look for another one. It'll look for another one. But as soon as it hits this TP1, you can see the stop loss says move stop loss to break even. All of this stuff is customizable in the settings too. If you don't want it to move to break even at the TP1, you can turn that off. And it'll up. This is a back testing dashboard here. You can back test and see which settings are the best. So it's a big discussion going on in the Discord right now about who can find the best settings for the indicator. I think I had the best settings, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I don't know how anybody can beat an 80% win rate, but maybe you can find some better settings for the indicator. Where can you purchase? Just check that link in my bio. You can get 3 days free trial to the indicator. Test it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta pay. All right, this is what we're looking at right now. It's marking out this bullish gap. You want to see it kind of use this bullish gap as a support and bounce it up here to this full TP. Prop firm suggestions for beginners, man. I would recommend Hypertix or Lucid. Those are going to be pretty much the best for beginners, easiest to get to a payout. Hypertix is running a good deal right now with code SLADE, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Tradeify is good too. There we go. Full TP. Full TP indicator took the win right there. Man, I should have took that trade. I didn't take it, guys. I'm just watching the indicator. I take my trades during the New York session, but what a banger the indicator just called out. What's the indicator do? So if you know the inversion fair value gap strategy, this indicator is based on that, right? So you can see there was a bearish gap right here. Once it inversed the bearish gap, it called out a long setup. It marks out the TPs for you. It's based on liquidity levels. So it marks out, usually it has 3 TPs, but in this case, it only had 2. TP1 and the full TP. At TP1, once it hits that, it'll tell you move stop loss to break even. If you have it turned on, you don't have to have that turned on, but I like to move stop loss to break even at TP1. Comes with a checklist here. This one was greater than A. It tells you what, the checklist has. This one was delivering from a 15-minute PD array, and it also comes with a back testing dashboard. No other indicator is going to come with a back testing dashboard because they're not profitable, right? This one is very customizable, so I leave the back testing dashboard on so you can figure out which settings are the best. TP1 feels way too small. I mean, yeah, I talked about that before, but this is not based on your emotions or what you feel the best TP should be. This is saying, okay, for this setup, this is the first target, right? If you're just thinking about it logically, right, on the inversion fair value gaps, your first target is always that first swing high. So taking emotions out of it, technically, this is the first target for the inversion. And in this case, look, it played out and it smacked through it and never came back to the break even. So you don't have to take profits there, but you do need to move to break even at that first target because it could take out this first high and then reverse it back down, right? So it's not based on emotions, man. The TP1, it's going to mark out where you should be moving to break even at, right? So that's what I like about the indicator, man. Like if you're emotionally trading, you might be thinking, okay, this is way too close. There's no way. But, in some cases, that's going to save you because if it takes out that first high, it could just reverse it right back down here. And also, if it's too close, you don't have to take the trade. It's just calling out the trades. So say if you thought this TP1 was too close, then guess what? You don't have to take the trade. The next one, the TP1 might be farther, and then you could take the next trade. That makes sense. But let's see here. Let's see if it's going to call out another trade while we're on stream. Might be calling out a short now. What's your bias for New York? Man, I've been bullish for like the past week and the market's just been chopping around. So we'll see. All right, the indicator's in a short now. It's right back into a short now. This one's only graded a B. Yo, bravo trader, appreciate that. This one's only graded a B right here. Delivering from a 5-minute gap. Let's see. You got this big 5-minute gap over here. Says it's delivering from. Let's see if this one's going to play out. So also in the settings of the indicator, you can turn on, say you only wanted to take these A setups. You could turn that on so it only takes the A setups. All right. So let's see, when it hits this TP1, the stop loss should say move stop loss to break even. Just watch this. If it hits this line, It should say move stop loss to break even, or it may get stopped out here. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, it's about to get stopped out here. Oh, got close. Guys, everybody's saying, why would you short this? The indicator doesn't have emotions. It's not saying, okay, the market's going higher. It's based on, look at that. Boom. Oh my gosh, boys. What, dude? Come on, man. Look at that. Full TP. What was that, brother? What was that? Why would you short this? You can ligma, buddy. Come on, dude. The indicator, it's on fire, brother. The indicator's on fire. What can I say? That's why you short. That's why you listen to the indicator. Come on, dude. What a perfect full TP right there. Let me see some money signs in there, dude. Come on. Jeez. Almost got stopped out, but the indicator, it's a monster, dude. The indicator's a monster. It's a monster. Look at that. It knows these TP levels, buddy. It knows them. I know, dude. What a wick. That was insane. What was that? That had to be some kind of tweet or something. Yeah, the setting. I got the settings in my free Discord. You can check them out. I got my settings I run in the free Discord. The only thing I play around with, this is the only thing I play around with, TP1 distance minimum. If you turn these completely off, it's only gonna play what it thinks, but I have the maximum set at 0.5 right now. RR. Dude, this indicator just called the round trip, dude. It called the perfect round trip. It called the highs. It got out at the perfect spot. Then it got in the shorts. Come on, dude. Is this not the perfect thing? The Noah, what is, dude, the chat's going so fast. What is your question, brother? I don't even see it. There's so many chats here. Let me see your, type it again. I didn't see it. Does the indicator count the win the moment it hits TP1? No, it lets the trade play out. The trade plays out. It's in another short here. You see, this one's not as good. Look at the RR on this one. So like this one, I wouldn't even take this one. Because look, the TP1 is so close, I wouldn't take that one. If that makes sense. Because this is going to be a break-even trade, right? If it comes down here and hits this, it's going to be a break-even trade. So if you want, you could turn this up. This is what this setting right here is for. TP1 distance minimum, but I kind of just like to do it on my own. I wouldn't take this trade because the TP1 is so close. It's probably going to be a break-even trade anyway. So what I like to do is sometimes I turn this thing right here up. I turn this right here up and boom, now it's got the TP1 lower. But I like to just put it on 0. And if the TP1 is too close, then I won't take the trade. If that makes sense. Does it automatically place the trades for you? No, it don't. I place them manually because I don't really want to take every trade. This one's graded an A, but the RR is not good on this trade. You see the stop loss is way up there. It's a 1-to-1 RR pretty much for the full TP. You got the first TP here. So this is a case where I probably would not take this trade, if that makes sense, because you got the first TP right there. So close. So close in this case. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Phil. That's how I do it, man. So like I pick which ones. So like the indicator is going to mark out these trades constantly. And then I'll look at the checklist. I'll look at where it's got the TPs and I'll decide if I want to get in the trade or not when I'm trading. So like in this case, hey, the first target is right here. Look how close that is to the entry. I wouldn't get in this trade because basically once it hits that, you have to move stop loss to break even, or you should. And at that point, it's probably going to be a break even trade because it's probably going to hit this first TP and bounce back up here. Made 500. Let's go. Did you take the long or the shorts? It called the longs. It called the longs up. Got out at the perfect time. And then it called the shorts back down. And now it's in another short here. We'll see if this one's going to play out. Like I said, dude, I do think it could come down here to this low. You got kind of this building up here is trying to bounce off of that trend line. But if it can break through there, I feel like it can come down here. That's what I was saying when it was getting in the longs. $69 a month. $69 a month. But you get a 3-day free trial. David, did you see the instructions? You should have sent some instructions there. If you're still having problems, message me in the Discord and I'll get that fixed up for you. But when you purchased it, you should have got some instructions. And it's pretty simple. You just type in your TradingView username and then go to invite only. But yeah, if you're still having problems, just message me in the Discord. I'll get it hooked up for you. Can you set it up to get alerts? Yes, sir, you can. So basically there is an option for that too. I got some instructions in the free Discord, but if you go up here to the name, you can right click on, or you click on the 3 dots and you click add alert. When you click add alert, it'll pull this up and you can add the alert. So basically whatever time frame you're on, that's the alert it's going to call for. So if I only wanted to call out 5 minutes, I would need to go to the 5-minute time frame and then make the alert. But right now, if I click create, it would give me alerts for 1 minute time frame. So yeah, you can make alerts on it. Is Hyperticks new? They've been around a minute, dude. I've been trading them since the beginning of the year. Well, pretty much since like, what was it? Like November of last year. And this year I've gotten 50,000 from Hyperticks, dude. So if you don't know about Hyperticks, this is the prop firm I've been trading on a lot recently. I've gotten 50,000 from Hyperticks this year. So basically, let me go over these account plans here. If we go down here, this Hyper account on Hyperticks, that's going to be like the Flex account on all the other prop firms. So if you want to trade a Flex style account, this Hyper account is pretty much like the Flex on the other prop firms. Check out that Hyper account. I like the Instant Pro Plus. I don't like the evals, so I trade this Instant Pro Plus account. But these two accounts right here are going to be the best accounts in my opinion. This one's going to be like your Flex style account on other prop firms, or this is going to be like an instant account. But that's Hyperticks, man. That's who I've been trading with. All right, so let's see. When it hits this TP1, watch, it's going to move stop loss to break even here. Hasn't hit that yet. Hopefully you want it to just smack through there, get a big candle through there so it doesn't count it as a break even. But like I said, this first TP is so close here. I probably would not even enter this trade because it's probably going to be a break-even trade. Yo, Devin, what's up, brother? What's up, Devin? You created this indicator. I didn't make it, but I did say exactly what I want in the indicator, and I had somebody make it for me. How often they give you setups? Well, the settings I have, it gives setups all the time, dude. This is the third setup in 30 minutes. It's already called out. It's already took 2 winners this morning. But you can customize these settings to where it will only call better setups. So like you put minimum grade on A, it's automatically going to call out less setups and stuff like that. But the settings I have it where it calls out pretty much every setup, and then I pick the ones I want to actually take. Yeah, the setups are based on inversion fair value gaps. It comes with a checklist here. So the checklist you've been seeing for inversion fair value gaps, they are not right. Okay, I went through and tested all of these checklists. A lot of them say liquidity sweep and that, but actually with the liquidity sweep, most of the liquidity sweeps that called out are not right. So this checklist, each one actually boosts the win rate. So like the standard checklist you see for inversion fair value gaps, I went through and I back tested them with the indicator. They actually don't help the win rate. So these checklists I have here, they actually give the win rate a boost. But the standard checklist that people teach online for inversions do not actually help the win rate, which is funny because I back tested it and they don't help the win rate. They actually make it worse. So, but I went through, we got these set up to where if any of these checklists are added, it helps the win rate. What's the Slade sauce? Man, can't give it all away, dude. You'll have these gurus online stealing the Slade sauce, man. So the Slade sauce, it's a specific type of inversion setup that it looks for, and it really helps the win rate. But I'll say this, it's pretty much just a continuation inversion setup. So that's pretty much all the Slade sauce is. The Slade sauce is not going to take these reversal trades. So like Slade sauce wouldn't take an inversion from up here. It would wait until this first swing's already made, it's came down and then made a second swing, and then it would call continuations. So it's pretty much the continuation setup. So the continuation setup's going to have a much higher win rate than the reversal setup, if that makes sense. Look at this one, man. This one's in drawdown. This one's in the drawdown, dude. Oh, another cool thing, dude, is it has this contracts, right? So I only want to risk $250 per trade. You can change this in the settings here. I've got it set up to where I only want to risk $250 per trade. Let me see where that's at. Right here, contract risk sizing. You can change this. Whatever you want to risk per trade, you can change this and it'll tell you how many contracts you should be entering for the stop loss. So in this case, if you wanted to risk $250, 3 contracts would be $291 up to that high. So that's another cool thing about the indicator. You don't have to be doing, you know, all kind of math and stuff before you enter a trade. It's based on these swing levels and it'll tell you how many. Is it going to take a loss here though, dude? That's the question. It's 2-0 since 8 o'clock, since we've been on stream. Is it getting ready to take its first L here? The Noah, yeah, it's taken like 36 trades since last night at 6 o'clock p.m. That's all today. With these settings, like I said, I have it on very loose settings, so it takes a lot of trades, right? Because I'm streaming, people want to see the indicator work, so I have it on the loose settings. So you can turn it down here. You can turn it down here. Like, let's check. Let's see if I put it on only A. Only A, it's taken a little bit less trades. A plus, it's 5-0 on the day. So only A plus trades, it's 5-0 on the day, 9-2 on the week. So like I said, you could really tighten this up if you wanted to, but I keep it very loose. JC, yeah, on A plus, you see I tightened up the minimum grade to A plus, so now it's only going to take A plus setups. It's 5-0 on the day. Noah, you can look right here. Back test target. You could change it. Right now it's set on full TP. You could change it down. You could change it to TP1 or TP2 if you want, but it's back testing for the full TP right here. See, this was an A plus it took here. This was the trade I was talking about, the really good setup earlier. You guys remember when I was saying, hey, this was a good setup? So look, it targets these session levels, right? So it targeted the Asian highs up here. This was the last A plus setup it took. Took this long here, targeting the Asia highs. So I said that was a really good setup. And that's the one. Delivering from a 15-minute PD array. Had a liquidity sweep, good displacement, clear targets, and it had that Slade sauce on it. It had that Slade sauce on it, man. But like I said, I just keep it on low so it calls out a bunch of trades here on the stream. And we'll see if this one gets stopped out. Did you test this on ES or just NQ? I pretty much just tested on NQ, but ES should work the same. It works on gold too here. So let's see about gold. It's working on gold. let me duplicate this here. And let's check out ES. Let's check out ES and we'll check out gold, see how it's doing. On ES, it's 23 and 11, so a little bit less win rate, about 67.6% on ES. On the week, it's got a 75% win rate on ES. And then let's check out gold here. Gold, it's in a, so like I said, it's in a crazy trade on gold right now. Let me so this is a little problem here. So if it's ever in a trade like this, you can turn on max stop ATR, and that's going to adjust it right there. So now, so sometimes every now and then, like for other pairs, you'll get where it's in this crazy trade. You see how the stop loss and TP is way too big. I got this max stop ATR. So there we go. Now I turned it to 3, so now it's not going to have that. And it's got a 75% win rate on 74.4 on gold today. And it's in the long on gold. Would you recommend using it during US Open or news? Yeah, that's when I use it during the New York Session Open. I use it then. But dude, the New York Session Open has been very manipulative the past month, guys. So if you've been trading the New York Session Open, I would recommend waiting the first 30 minutes until it clears up, because for about the past month, dude, the New York Session Open has been very manipulative at the open, if you guys have noticed. Slade, where are you from? I'm from Alabama, man. Alabama, right on the Georgia line. A little bit about me. I've been trading since 2018. I've been trading futures prop firms since 2023. I've withdrawn over $500,000 in prop firm payouts. When I get done trading, I run a jewelry business, so I make jewelry during the afternoons. If you don't know about me, I make a lot of jewelry. Gapper, you're from Tennessee? Oh boy, me and Gapper's got beef then. Me and Gapper's got some beef going on today, man. We got beef going on. Because let me show you why here, brother. Let me show you guys why me and Gapper's got some beef going on. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up. This is why me and Gapper's gonna have some beef today, dude. Today at 3 o'clock p.m. 3 o'clock p.m. We've got Phoenix City, Alabama versus Nolensville, Tennessee. Little League World Series. My city trying to make it to the Little League World Series. The winner of this game here is gonna go to the Little League World Series. I'm gonna be there, dude. 3 o'clock p.m. I'm gonna be there. I'm just playing around, Gapper, but we are. My city's playing in Little League. They're playing to go to the Little League World Series today. They're playing Tennessee in the championship game, and whoever wins are gonna go. They're gonna be playing in the Little League World Series. So excited for that. My nephew's on the team. He pitched the last game and beat Florida. So now Tennessee plus 250 odds, not a chance. Look, you guys are going to be watching, because today for us, we've got a girl pitching on the mound. A girl is going to be shutting them down. Fear the bow is the saying. Spider Monkey, I work in Columbus, dude. That's where my jewelry shop is. Name of your jewelry business? It's called the Jeweler's Touch. My dad has one called Custom Jewelers, but the jewelry store I run is called the Jeweler's Touch. right here. The jeweler's touch. Let's go. I'm in here somewhere. Let's go find me. I'm on this page somewhere. There I am, dude. Me and Mike. That's Mike. He's been working there forever. There's me. This is some stuff I made, dude. These are like historical pieces. I didn't make this one. Mike made this one, but I made this Alexander the Great coin over here with the gold. Mike made this coin pendant. And yeah, man, I like making jewelry. I made this ring right here. That's a pretty cool one. And then I made some of these here, but heck yeah. Now, I didn't create the website. To be honest, the website needs an upgrade, dude. But we have a lady who runs the website, and sometimes I suggest some suggestions, and she don't like it. So I just let her do her thing. She's really good at the Google reviews, right? So she's good at getting people in the door, man. We live in a city where there's a lot of military people come through, and I don't know how she does it, but she does something on Google where anytime people search up, we're the first ones that pop up. So she's good. That girl's gonna beat the boys. Oh, dude, she's good. She's gonna be slinging it. I'm telling you, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna want to watch the game today. The girl is gonna be shutting those boys down. That second short was A+ with force and speed. Yeah, but the indicator didn't call it an A+. It was missing something. I'm not sure what it was missing, but the indicator just rated that one, I think, a B. A lot of the times when you see these big candles like this, it's actually not a good inversion setup, right? Because you've been taught that this means these big candles mean, hey, it's going to be a good setup, but that's actually not very true. A lot of the times that's just a fake out. So like if you trade the inversion setup, watch, just go through and watch. Anytime, this is a lot of the times these big candles like this, they're just to trick people in. So if you ever get an inversion with a huge candle like this that inverses, a lot of the times it's going to be a fake out and it's going to go right back up. Because these big candles, a lot of the times, they are just the fake out candles, to be honest with you. How do you unsubscribe from the indicator if you decide to stop? So basically how you signed up, you just go in there and you click cancel. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, you could if you wanted, you could literally sign up and cancel immediately and you'd still get the 3 free days. You know? No, it doesn't take the trade for you. I'm sure you could set it up to where it could take the trade for you, but I don't have it set up because I like to filter them out. So I like to only, take the trades I like. But I'm sure you could set it up to where if you wanted it to take every trade, you could do that somehow. No, so let me see if I can pull it up over here for you. If you just go back to where you just go find it in the WAP app. If you're wanting to cancel, you just click cancel. This is MNQ. Noah, if you just tell me your username, I'll just cancel it for you since you can't find it. If you can't, okay, I'll just say if you can't find the if you can't find where to cancel it, you probably shouldn't be trading on the indicator anyway. You probably shouldn't be trading, to be honest with you. I'm not being mean or anything, but if you cannot figure out how to just, you know, cancel an indicator, then you probably should not be trading in the financial markets, guys. Just being real. But what's your username, Noah? I'll go cancel it for you. You wouldn't cancel it for him. He needs to figure it out. I mean, that's just being real. Like, if you can't figure out how to cancel an indicator, then you probably should not be trading in the financial markets where there are literally whales here trying to take your money. Like, that's probably not a smart idea. Are you in a trade? No, I don't trade in the pre-market. I trade in the New York session on my funded accounts. But the indicator's in a trade right here. It called the longs up. It called the shorts back down. And then that short hit full TP and it immediately got in another short here. But like I said, this one's only graded. Let's see what this one's graded. It's graded an A. But this first TP is so close here that as soon as it entered there, I said, hey, it may not, you know, this might be the ones you kind of pick out, because if the TP1 is so close to that entry, then, you know, that's probably one that I wouldn't take. Because basically what happens is this TP1, it's going to act as your break-even level. So if it does hit this TP1, most likely you're going to get stopped at break-even anyway. How long have you been trading on props? I've been trading with futures prop firms since 2023. I dabbled around in the Forex prop firms back in the day. And if you know, man, those Forex prop firms were rough, dude. They were like $500 and you had to pass 2 steps before you even got to the actual funded account. So those Forex prop firms were rough, dude. I tried a few times, dude. I think I passed one time, maybe. I don't know. I tried a few times on the Forex prop firms, and I don't ever remember passing the evaluation stage, because I wasn't really a good trader back then. I was trying it in like 2018, 2020, somewhere around there. And I would try those funded, but dude, they were like $500, and you had to pass 2 steps before you even got to the funded stage. And back then, I really didn't know what I was doing in trading. I would just wait till price got really high, and I would try to short it. So like, I would wait on price to get way the heck up here. I would try to short. There's really no strategy. I was using like RSI and stuff. Anybody remember the RSI bands, dude? Like they say, if it was up above the RSI bands, it was like it was oversold, overbought. You need to sell it. That's what I used to trade. But that it works. That works until it doesn't. It would work until the market just kept on going higher. Yeah, 80-20. That's it, Michael. I would turn mine up. 85-15. I would do it. I would turn them up, because I said, man, if I turn this up a little bit, if I make it 85-15 and it hits those bands, oh, it's game over. 100% win rate. Buddy, was that wrong? I turned mine up a little bit. I'd had it like at 83 or 85, and I had it like 15 or 18. A little, just to give it a little bit more. I wanted to make sure it was overbought, oversold. Rigo, you can check out my settings in the Discord. I got them posted in there, but I'm gonna scroll through here. You can take a quick screenshot. Pretty much that's it. This up here, general and trade, are the only settings you need. The rest are all customization options. So all this stuff is kind of customization, but these are the two you would need. This is what I'm running. The only thing I change sometimes is TP1 distance. Sometimes I'll change these around, but if you want it to be all natural, you just leave these on 0 and it'll be all natural. So it'll pick them based on the swing levels, the actual swing levels. How much after 3 days? It's $69. I still think this thing has a good chance to come down, to be honest. Like I've been kind of liking the shorts all day down to this low right here. But we'll see. We'll see if it's going to happen. See how you got this big kind of, even when it was entering the longs over here, dude, I was still favoring the shorts, but the longs played out. I've been kind of favoring the shorts down to this low. We'll see if it's going to go get them or not. Yeah, guys, but I'm about to roll out of here. I'm about to trade with the Discord, so I'm about to get out of here. Enjoyed the day, enjoyed hanging out with everybody, and yeah, man, about to get out. So I'll be back on tomorrow, same time tomorrow, and we'll be watching the indicator again tomorrow. If you get the indicator and have any questions, you can join the Discord. I'm always in there chatting. So if you got any questions, just message me in there. But for now, guys, I'm about to roll on out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hang on. Let me market glitch. You should have got a message in WAP that tells you how to add it. But basically, you just type in your TradingView username, and then you go to TradingView, and it should be under invite only right here. Invite only once you type in your TradingView username. But you should have gotten a message. Let me pull up the message, actually. I think I can pull it up. Let me try to pull it up for you real fast before I hop off. Here you go. All right. So look, when you're inside a WAP, you click on this TradingView button right here. That's the first step. Click this TradingView button, and then you type in your TradingView username, and you click Claim Indicators. All right. That should give it to TradingView. So now once you're inside of TradingView, you just go to Invite Only, and you tap it, and it should be there. And boom, that's it. That's it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. It only works on TradingView. Only works on TradingView. I got to get out of here, though. I'll see you. Peace.
There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.